Welcome, student athletes, parents, Attleboro Varsity Booster Club members, coaches, and guests to our Winter Varsity Jacket Night. Fortunately, this is the second in-person awards night that we've had this year, and we're very excited. Tonight, with the hard work and support from the Attleboro Varsity Booster Club under the leadership of Erin Croto and Nancy Block, we're here to celebrate our varsity winter sport athletes. I'd like to thank our central and school administration, led by Superintendent Dave Sawyer, Principal Bill Rooney, and our athletic department staff, Penny Cuffrey, Peter Pereira, our athletic trainer, Pat Dunn, and all of our coaches, assistant and head coaches, for all of your support throughout the winter season. Also, thank you to our athletes' families for all of your support. Our athletes could not do this without you. Congratulations to our student athletes receiving varsity jackets this evening. You have earned a varsity jacket for your commitment, sacrifices, and the roles that you've played on your teams. Whether you're a sophomore, junior, or senior, you're being recognized tonight for this award as a highlight in your athletic achievements here at Attleboro High School. I'm sure there are many people who have inspired you and helped you along the way, especially those around you tonight, whether it's family, whether it's friends, teammates, and coaches. Be sure to take the time to thank them in your own special way at some point. And to our coaches, the amount of time and effort that goes into coaching, and I know firsthand, I've been fortunate enough to do it for 30 years, there's a lot of effort, a lot of time, but it's so rewarding to come, especially a night like tonight, and to be able to present varsity jackets to those so deserving. So to all of our coaches at all the levels, for everything that they do, let's give them a round of applause. As a coach, I think they would all agree they would rather be coaching in front of 2,000 or 3,000 people rather than having to talk in front of a couple hundred people here this evening. And that is so true. But I will tell you that they've all reached out to me and asked what to say tonight. And I said, you know, what you want to do is just talk briefly about your season and the impact that these student athletes had, you know, as you as a coach and on your programs. And we certainly had some outstanding performances this year. I'm going to save that for the coaches. I don't want to steal their thunder. But piggybacking from the fall season, which was one of the best in Attleboro High School history, recently in the Hockomock League, we surpassed that in the winter. So we're very proud of our student athletes and all the efforts that they've put forward this past winter. So to all the athletes and all the teams, great job this winter. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the Varsity Booster Club, Ms. Erin Croto.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Winter Jacket Night. I also want to recognize a few of our board members that are here. We have Diane Silva. She's sitting over there. She's our secretary. Christine Hanrahan. She's our treasurer. And new this year, so we can get some more volunteers, we have co-presidents. So Nancy Block took that on. A little side note, we'll be looking for 2 new ones for next year. So congratulations to each student athlete. You guys worked very hard for these jackets. Wear them with pride. It's a big deal to wear them around here. We offer the jackets to you at no cost whatsoever. We do all the fundraising, we buy every jacket, and we're the only high school in the area that still does that. So you did all the work for them, we raised the money for them, bought them, wear them with pride, and they're pretty comfortable. I'm just going to tell you a few quick things about the Booster Club, and then we'll get on with the night. We're a parent-run organization. We've been around, I don't know the date, we have tried for many years to figure that out, but it's been around for a very, very long time. We support every sport at the high school. Like I said, we raise all the funds to purchase the jackets for every single student athlete. We also purchase all the championship banners hanging in the gym. We provide necessary equipment and or uniforms each year. Usually a sport will put in a request and we're able to grant that. I think maybe the only year we didn't do it was during COVID, for obvious reasons. We also award 4 scholarships every spring to seniors. The way that we do this, we sell concessions at all of the home football games, all of the home boys basketball games, and some of the girls' home basketball games. We also sell apparel, and we have in the past, we're not doing it right now, we're hoping to restart it again. We solicit donations from the community for programs, for sports programs that we hand out as well. And that's about it. I'm going to keep it short and simple tonight. It's enough about us. We'll get started with the night. Mr. Hull's going to come in and introduce our first coach, and we'll start presenting the jackets.
Thank you, Erin. Okay, what I would like to do is, I'm actually going to be filling in for our hockey coach tonight. He's a rink manager in Canton, and they have an MIAA state tournament there tonight that he's obligated to be at, so I'm going to be filling in for Coach Chamberlain. So if I could have the two hockey boys receiving the varsity jackets, you guys go ahead, go stand down here on my left, okay? And we'll get you guys started. Just about the hockey program. Our hockey program, you know, I think all of our sports are very special, and they're all very difficult. The skill level just wait right there, thanks, sorry. The skill level at all the different sports that we offer here at Attleboro High School is certainly unique, and you know, the skill level in hockey is what I think is one of the most difficult that our boys and our girls that play on our hockey program, you know, compete with every single day in practice, and it's very difficult to get to that point where we compete against some of the, I think you're going to hear from the other coaches, some of the best teams in the state of Massachusetts in the Hockey League, and that's no different in hockey than any other sport. Okay, but we certainly have a lot of pride in our hockey program. A lot of effort goes into the hockey program from the parents all the way through, and I really think that they have a real close-knit family atmosphere, which is very special. And I've said that for many, many years. Unfortunately, the win record this year was not as where we want to be, but I can tell you that the effort and the continued persistence to get better was definitely something that Coach Chamberlain insisted through the course of the year. So we're fortunate to have these two young men back next year, and we're hoping that they will be, again, continue to be good players for us, but not only that, but also some of the foundation that we have moving forward in our hockey program. Our first varsity jacket this year goes to Nick Fernandez. Just the first one. Show everybody. Just so you guys know, as the athletes come up, and sometimes as years pass, as hugs, high fives, you know, chest bumps. We're just going to do knuckles tonight, just so everybody knows. No disrespect to anybody, but that's how we're all going to handle that tonight. Our next hockey player, and again, very fortunate. You know, he's going to be between the pipes next year for us, and I'm looking forward to big things from him, Julian Horton. Okay, I'm going to pass it on to our girls basketball coach, and then I'm going to bounce back to me, give me a chance to catch my voice a little bit. So let's welcome our first-year basketball coach for our girls, Coach Bracken.
Good evening, everyone. First time doing this. Okay. So this season was an unbelievable season for being a first-time coach. It was a roller coaster, but the girls, they, dug deep. They had dedication, and they, wanted to always come work hard at practice. It was always a competition, whether we're in practice and we're doing shooting drills, but they dug deep. The three young athletes that we're going to be giving the varsity jackets to tonight, really stepped up, especially when we had two of our senior leaders out with illnesses. They actually stepped up, and we actually almost beat Canton, which was a tough one. But We lost in the first round of playoffs, but that doesn't define our season. We finished the regular season at 16-6. We beat Foxborough, which I don't even know. The last time we beat Foxborough, I don't remember at all. I used to play here, but for that was a small accomplishment for them. And I'm really excited to see what the future holds with these three young athletes. You know, they're the future of our program, and I'm excited to get ready for next season. So if you guys want to come up here, please, thank you. So the first athlete is Kayla Goldrick. She is a unstoppable defender. She actually stops other key shooters. So give it a round of applause for Kayla. Nice little knuckle there. The next one is Riley Camacho. She is a shooter. She likes to drive, and she's also a really good defender. All right, and last but not least, we got Mary Bosch, or Meredith Bosch. She's a knockdown shooter. All right, and I'll turn it back over to Coach Hull.
Thank you, Coach Bray. And it was, Coach took over at the last minute this year the girls basketball program. She was an assistant coach for a few years here, and she took the reins and she did a terrific job this year and under the circumstances. So very proud of your efforts this year, and I think our girls had an outstanding season. I was so proud. I know that we didn't win that first state tournament game. But that first quarter and the energy and the excitement and the play of basketball was exceptional. So great job, girls, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys play next year. Nice job. Boys basketball team this year, we had a very good season, very similar to the girls' 16-6 record, and what we're all going to say is a very good league. We lost to 3 teams: Taunton, Mansfield, and Franklin. And then, unfortunately, we had a tough loss here on Friday night against Catholic Memorial, which the game could have gone either way. And as I told the boys after the game, and I've known these boys for a long time, many of them, the seniors, since 4th grade. It's the journey that I'm most appreciative about, and having them as members of this program, and to seeing how they act and how they fight for each other and really represent Attleboro High School. It was just an amazing year. An amazing journey that I've had with this group of athletes, and I'm very fortunate. And I know a couple of my seniors came tonight, Evan Hull and Alvin Harris. Thanks for coming and supporting the underclassmen. Oh, Christian Dames right there too. And thank you for coming and supporting the underclassmen and your teammates. So thank you guys very much. Sure. If I could have my athletes come on, stand down here, please. That would be terrific. Our first athlete's a sophomore. He earned an opportunity to be a starter for us this year with his hard work and dedication. And we're very excited about his passion for the game and his leadership, and is Neo Franco. Our next athlete was not able to make it tonight, but I do want to recognize him, a 4-year member of our basketball program. When we talk about our program, you see a lot of times with signs and signatures, but we think ourselves as a family. And Nate Hunter Evans is a big part of that family, and unfortunately he couldn't make it tonight, but I want to recognize Nate Hunter Evans. And our next player transferred in this year, and talking about coming into an environment that was what I think he really enjoyed. We had open arms for him, and he really, after the first, I'd say, month, and I told him, listen, it's okay, you can shoot the basketball. He took off, and there was no stopping him, and he had some outstanding games for us this year. I'm so happy that, he was able to come to Attleboro his senior year and, have that relationship that we had with him as a basketball family. And looking forward to him and moving on and playing at the collegiate level. And we'll always have his support here at Attleboro High School, Colin Moraes. Congratulations. Thank you. Our next player, as coaches, we say this all the time: you work hard and you'll be rewarded. And I think sometimes people think that we just say that as coaches, but I don't think there's a coach up here, or there's a coach that I know that doesn't want to win and compete. And when we have the opportunity to kind of preach what and give opportunities, and then also preach what we say, it's important. And in this situation with Jaden Outland, I really feel that, because as coaches, again, you work hard, you're going to be awarded an opportunity to perform at a high level in varsity. And this student athlete did that. He worked hard in the summer. He was our starting junior varsity point guard for probably a quarter of the season. He continued to get better. By the end of the season, he was one of our starting players in our 8-man rotation. So, to the athletes out there, this is an inspiration that if you do work hard, good things happen. And we're very proud of Jaden and what he did for us this year as a member of our team. And we're looking forward to big things next year for him. So, Jaden Outland. Good job, kiddo. And once again, thank you. Many of you during the course of the year came out and supported this team, and we are thankful of that. And we certainly appreciate all the support. Our next coach, we are going to go with is Coach Butler for gymnastics.
All right, girls, come on up. Madison. Happy to be up here. Missed last year doing this. I've been doing this for many years now. My wife, Noelle Butler, she's the head coach of the team. She works really hard with these girls, does a lot for our program. But she just won't come up and sit in these chairs, so she sits down there instead. Girls gymnastics had a tremendous year. Attleboro High School Gymnastics, which was started by my father and mother-in-law many years ago, always has been a very successful program. And it's all attributed to the girls like these girls that work out year-round effortlessly to produce that top level of gymnastics. And these girls are pure examples of that. This is the first season in a long time that we finally made it back to the sectional meet. We were unable to make it to states, but hopefully within the next couple of years, with these guys helping us out, we'll be able to do that. We finished our regular season, we finished 7-1, only one loss. We missed 2 meets due to some weather conflicts that we couldn't reschedule, but I think we would have won those. So I think we would have finished 9-1 in the season, which is a tremendous effort by those girls. At the South Sectional, we finished in 9th. So they split all the teams in between the North and the South, and we finished 9th at the South, which was another great effort by those girls. They had a great meet. It was all right there, neck and neck. It was a couple tenths that divided them from moving up, and that's just how our sport goes. These 3 girls are all multi-event athletes for us. First, I will bring up Madison Foscaldo. Madison competes she's an all-around for us. She's one on our all-around rotation. She does all 4 events. Her main events for us this year, she was very strong on bars. very strong on floor. She also competed beam and vault. Being involved, she qualified for state individuals on bars this year, which is a huge accomplishment. So that's Madison Fuscaldo. Nextly is Mackenzie Grenier. Mackenzie Grenier, she was a girl that started taking a tumbling class at my gym. She had past gymnastics experience, and she was just a little firecracker. She came in, just always had energy, always waiting to try to do the next thing, the next skill, the next skill. Extremely hard worker. She came out for the freshman team with her gymnastics background, and I talked her into competing at my gym year-round, and since then she's been on fire. And her main events for us this year for the high school were floor and vault. She was always one of our top scorers on floor. Works extremely hard, always has a beautiful smile in our gym, and just brings a lot of light to the gym and a lot of fun to our practices. That's Mackenzie Grenier. And lastly, a girl that I have the pleasure of having live in my house with me. She is an extremely hard worker. She just recently had to have major wrist surgery. She had a pretty common injury in gymnastics, which is gymnast wrist. It led to her bones growing off balance, so she had to have her bones cut down in her wrist, and we didn't know if she'd be able to make it back after it. It was a tough recovery process, but she absolutely kicked butt, and she was right back to where she left off. She's an extremely hard worker, always gives 100%, and is a beautiful little young lady. That's Layla Butler. And I'd like to introduce girls and boys winter track, Coach Ellis and Coach Whitefield.
All right, girls, head on over. Noelle, I didn't realize this was an option. I should be swapping out with my husband right now. All right, I gotta say, coaching is an absolute privilege, and I know Mike and I can both say that. So it has been an absolute honor to be able to coach these girls over the last 3 winter seasons. Being given the opportunity to coach this amazing group that has been motivated all season to do well has been so rewarding. We always discuss constantly on how track is very individual in nature, but really at the end of the day, we are a team sport. We come down to a team score, and we do it all together. So at the end, we know that everybody has their own role, everybody does something different, but we all are one, and we celebrate each other at all times. We celebrate our PRs, no matter how big or how small they are. And as a team this year, we went 2-3, which is the best that we have done so far in the Hawk this year. We have had stellar performances at our dual meets, at divisionals, and also our championship meet. And this season, the girls have been honored with receiving the Sportsmanship Award from the Hockomock League. Thanks, you guys. I couldn't be any more proud of our girls, the accomplishments that they have made, how they've represented themselves, our team, and Attleboro as a whole. The girls' track team is excited and proud of our 5 recipients earning their varsity jackets tonight. Tonight we get to celebrate the accomplishments of Jaden, both Arianas, Kat, and Bailey, as they have all received their jackets from working hard. Through their dedication to the sport, Jaden has PR'd by almost a full second in the 55 dash during the Speed Classic. Ridge had a huge long jump PR during the Hawks, which gave her a 7th place finish at our championship meet. Kat got a 3-foot PR for long jump from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. Ariana had over a foot PR at shot, plus we got you to high jump and do a couple of relays with us, which threw everybody off when we shook you up a little bit. And then finally, Bailey, we moved you from long sprints to distance and got you a 1st and 2nd place finish in the 1,000 with an 8-second PR. As a fellow As a fellow alumni, I know how important tonight is to everybody that is receiving their jackets, so I congratulate all of you here tonight. Wear your jackets with pride, continue to work hard, and I wish you continued success in academics, sports, and all future endeavors. So first, Jaden Hoyt, come on up.
Nice jacket.
Miss Ariana Ridge. You're doing fine. Katarina Shreve. Ariana Amaral. And this last one, as many of us coaches up here on this stage right now have had the pleasure of coaching our own children. This one I get to hug, Bailey Ellis. And my dear Mike Whitefield.
So everybody knows I have a loud voice, so I don't really need the mic. My biggest concern last year, I was here at the ceremony 2 years ago, and last year with my other job, my real job, I guess, one that pays the bills, I couldn't do this. Yeah, I couldn't take part, so I just volunteered in football and track. So my biggest concern going into winter was how many boys, because I like to recruit when you're at the high school. And it's winter season, and the kids start bitching, excuse me, because it's cold, and it gets dark early. And we're in the little old small ratty gym. And I was like, oh God, this is not gonna be easy. I had over 100 boys to come out for the team. And we finished with 96 boys for winter track. So I was pretty excited about what they did and how many came out. Before I did, I want to thank Mark, Aaron, Nancy, the whole crew with Booster Club. It's amazing, especially where you haven't been able to raise money the last few years, so thank you. Thank Mrs. Cuffrey for putting up with folks like myself, and I just want to thank the parents and the kids. So, just a little on the season. So, first meet, the boys beat KP. You understand, like Coach Hool said it, we're in the Hawk. The Hawk is strong. And you try to explain that to the boys, and they don't realize how tough it is. So the boys beat KP, so it really made them feel good, made all of us feel good. Now we go against Mansfield. Well, nobody's beaten Mansfield except North Attleboro in the Hawk for many years. Many years. The boys beat Mansfield. So excited. So then I thought, okay, well, here goes Franklin. That's our other nemesis. You know, it's not going to be easy. It's always close. We go, that was at Wheaton, right? We were at Wheaton. We lost our top couple 55 dash kids, all three of our top long jumpers, our top two high jumpers, our top hurdler, our second best miler. We just lost so many kids with the COVID protocols that kids like, yeah, Sean, I don't think you were available for that meet, right? Yeah, so we lost a lot of kids. The kids pulled it off and they beat Franklin. So I was pretty excited, you know? So now you gotta try to get them all pumped up, like, cause you're going crazy, like, holy mackerels, we can beat these guys. We can take it all the way. So, long story short, they ended up postponing the Milford meet because of the snowstorm. So we literally, in that dual meet, we ended up going the last meet of the season. The boys went against Taunton and Milford. They, no offense, but they absolutely crushed Milford, which I loved. And these boys beat Taunton 50-49. 1 point, and the boys won the first ever Hockomock dual meet championship for Attleboro. In football, we always try to worry about, you know, the old saying is for every sophomore that you have starting for you, that could be a loss during the season. For us, we had a lot of really good seniors, a lot of kids that came back out. My concern, you know, because you're always trying to think ahead, is, oh God, what's going to happen for the future? And then I got this right here. So you can't go wrong. We're building some depth. I got 7, what have I got? 7? I can't do the math. 7 studs right over here who had a hell of a season. So why don't you guys come on up over here, please? We can introduce you. I'm going to put my glasses on so the kids can make fun of me. Alvin, don't say a thing. You know, I know we had a very strong boys and girls distance team the last several years, and we're losing a lot of talent at the senior level for distance. And Jeffrey Hudon and Caleb Fournier just have us feel like, okay, we're going to handle this. This is going to be pretty good. So I'm going to start with Caleb. So Caleb, he ran the 2 mile in the Hockomock Championship. He's only a junior. He always ran distance for us, and Caleb Fournier. Jeffrey Hudon, same situation, another junior, distance, 2 mile. Thank you, Jeffrey. Oh, my buddy Nick Graver. So the whole season, halfway through the season, I didn't even know that Nick was a sophomore. I thought he was a junior. So I started giving him, basically read him the riot act. His sister helped me with that also. Like, you want to be a captain, you want to lead this team someday, you literally got to stop paying attention and taking some leadership, a little leadership role, right? Yeah. So, of course, he smartened it. He'd be up and said, I'm only a sophomore. So this kid right here, in all the meets, he advanced with the Hawk Championship. He did advance to the Division I Championship, part of the 4x8 team and the 600 meter. Thanks, Nick. Austin Bowie, another part of our group, another sophomore, top part of the 4x400 team, also which you could tell with the massive arms that he has, he even threw shot put for us this season. Austin, thank you. Sean Caswali. Now this poor kid has been gone half the season due to the COVID, and then literally between, I think, Coach Hool, Mrs. Cuffery, Pat Dunn, the school nurse, and myself, working with he and his mom to try to get him back to school. He came back, he ran strong, and he's a hell of an athlete. Two more sophomores, Josh Cadella. Josh ran the 4x200. He also ran the 300 meter and the 55 dash. Josh also participated in the Hawk Championship for the 300. Great job, Josh. Last but not least, Jacob Blazek. Jacob, 600 meter, finished 5th in the Hockomock for the 600. He also competed in the state Division I championship in the 600, and also as another member of the 4x800 team. Jacob, great job. Good job. Who are we introducing? Okay. Sarah Faulkner and... Yeah, Darby Sawyer.
Good evening. Ms. Faulkner and I have been coaching swim for the past 5 years together. We kind of roped each other in to come and coach, and I think we're going to be stuck here for a while together.
When we talk about our swim program tonight, we have a lot of accolades to talk through. And for overall, for our program for this year, we had a good mix of students that joined our team having already swam as younger children, and a good mix of kids that maybe just thought that this would be a good sport for them. And it really didn't matter what their skill was in the beginning. The improvements that everyone made from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, or between last season and this season, was like phenomenal. That really was a huge factor into both the boys and the girls seasons, and was just a driving force for the amazingness of our program.
One of the big things that we do every year is we ask the kids at the beginning of the season to set some goals. And this year, we definitely had a lot of our athletes achieve those goals, and it was due to their hard work. Setting out, explaining what, some of the purposes are. We always have the records posted. We're not in the high school anymore, we're at the Attleboro Y, so we take over wall space. We set up those goals, we set up achievements for sectionals and states. For a while, we weren't even sure if we were even going to have sectionals or states, and luckily the state got through and got us some rental time. But those goals drove kids to achieve what they got tonight, so I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, and similar to track, swimming is an individual sport, but yet also very much a team sport. And the community that these students that we're going to recognize tonight has fostered is that, yeah, the individual, swims are great, but like, what is going to help our team win these meets? Sometimes we ask them to do events that maybe aren't their favorite, or they've never done them before, but like, we really believe that they can be doing these.
And, a couple other things too. I think our swimmers hate having math teachers because we really go and we figure it out of the points and figure out what place you might want to, event you want to swim. And that's not the event that they normally do, but we're like, yeah, you can definitely place, third place here versus, fifth place in the place you want to swim in. And they talk about it, and we really make them also a part of the team decision of what's going to happen and how can this turn out. We practice together in the pool because we only have so much time together. So the boys and girls are swimming against each other and with each other. Our lanes are not boys' lanes and girls' lanes. They are mixed up in level, and it's awesome. We have boys pushing girls to get faster times, girls pushing the boys to get faster times and improving themselves. And it's just been a phenomenal season to watch each other help the next person become at that next level. So it's a whole team effort for what we accomplished this year.
So we're going to ask that the 11 people we're recognizing tonight, boys or girls, if you can just stand up and come to the side.
Which is great. Yeah, it does work out, right? Look at that. We're doing some math up here. We have 11 graduating seniors who are major point getters, and as you can see, we have 11 award winners tonight for their jackets that will be stepping up and taking place in those shoes to fill to come for the next few years. So 4 girls are receiving their jackets this evening. They are all sophomores. Again, we talked about, we have a mixed group. Some are club swimmers, which means they swim all year round for U.S. swimming, and other ones they just come to swim during, the winter season. And one of the things that we've talked about is the huge improvement is the non-club swimmers came back this year even better than they were when they ended the season last year, which is a huge improvement, which also tells us that during the off season, they are going to the YMCA or going to a pool and working out. And I can't wait to see what these ladies do. I'm gonna call you guys up kind of alphabetically.
Talk about the girls' season.
You're welcome. I'll keep your job easy. The girls were 3-3 in the Hawks. Swimming is more of a numbers situation. We had a couple of close meets, and a lot of it was we either had individuals out because of close contact situation with the whole protocols, and quick minute changes on the side. We also moved a couple of our relays around so we could qualify, and 2 members of this group have qualified for our state, sectional and state relays, so they were huge pieces of the whole piece. Maggie is one of those swimmers that if I ask her to swim the 200 IM and then the 100 fly, she does not give me a problem. Or if I ask her to swim the 500 freestyle, which is the longest race for swimming, she will do it whether she's laughing, crying, or just happy to be in the pool. So Maggie, you deserve this jacket.
You look so cute.
Yeah. You'll hear me say this. I think swimming, maybe it's the chlorine, but I do have a lot of girls that will cry before races, and I don't know if it's just a pump up, but you always know when Sydney is on deck ready to race because she has this big ball of energy and she is dancing around. And she was a member of the state qualifying 200 medley relay swimming the butterfly, and she is my IMer and flyer, Sydney Doorbell.
Put on a show.
Yeah, that's the dance. Good job, Sid. Natalia, lucky, was not out because of COVID, but was hit with pneumonia? And I felt like the poor thing was not going to be able to get in the pool. She would email me and be like, I'm stuck at home because I'm still sick. She came back. It did not look like she lost a beat. She actually helped me in a jam where we were changing the lineup, and one of the girls was in tears, like, I can't do this event. She came over, she's like, Mrs. Sawyer, we're gonna do this switch, and it's gonna be fine. And it actually did, and got us a second place finish in the relay. Natalia, I can't wait to see what you do next year. Congratulations. When I was in high school, we always had like these phenomenal breaststrokers, which is like the second to last event. And for a couple of years, we've had some star breaststrokers, and we graduated a record-breaking breaststroker, and we were like, what are we going to do? And on the first day of practice, we were kind of thinking about it, and then it all struck us. We were like, oh, that's right. Abby is our breaststroker. She has just improved phenomenally over the season. I think at Hawks, you dropped 6 seconds in the breaststroke, and you just have done a great job. Abby Rodriguez.
So on the boy side of things, just to give you some background knowledge, we ended last season 4-1, so a very, very good season. And I know a lot of their goals for this year, as well as my personal goal, was to do better than last year, and we crushed that goal. We were 6-0 for this season, and we were the league champions for our division of the Hawks. And, to win a swim meet As Miss Sawyer said, it kind of is a numbers game, and maybe you can tell from all the boys standing over there in that corner that there is also lots and lots that are just on this team. But every single boy on this team contributed, like literally won races to contribute points to our winning. Every single boy on this team. So these gentlemen that we're recognizing today, you know, are some of our top point earners, and I don't know if we mentioned this, to earn a letter in swimming, you have to earn at least 20 points, which is not just, you know, one or two, you know, races, you know, that's significant wins throughout the season, you know, over and over and over again. So, going in alphabetical order, that might help y'all out to get where you're going. This first swimmer is a sophomore, and he is a breaststroker, but also he has been doing the 200 IM for us, which is all 4 strokes, so he is very well-rounded, and that goes to James. Oh, sorry, I did not say his last name. James Askew. This next member of our team is, I'm really sad to see him going because he is a senior. He has been a leadership staple on our team, often helping and encouraging and really teaching some new swimmers kind of some tips and tricks for the events. Technically, I also think a breaststroker, but Anthony has been doing the butterfly and the medley relay, which is not an easy feat. And really could just be doing anything that we ask of him. So, Anthony Burns. Our next swimmer made it his goal for this season to really push himself in the pool and to, you know, really beat out some of the other swimmers for these races. And his goal was to letter and be here tonight for his jacket. He is a sprinter, but probably could be doing some other things if we wanted to, like some butterfly in there. But he is definitely a sprinter at heart, doing our 50 free and our 100 free, and that is Maddie Brewster.
We're so still. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks. Nice job, man.
Definitely the quietest kid on our team by far. You would never know he was on this team. He is so silent. This next swimmer is someone who can do a little bit of breaststroke, can do some distance, can do some sprinting, has definitely been a staple in some of our relays, is just like an all-around great swimmer with lots of insight and wisdom and knowledge.
He's also in drama, if you can't tell.
Thank you, Sensei.
Connor Coleman is definitely one of our hype people on the team. If you need to get the team quiet or hyped up, thank you, Connor. Our next swimmer, also a sophomore, was someone that was on our relays who qualified for states and sectionals. He is someone that, you know, can really be asked to do whatever needs to be done. That could be distance, that could be breaststroke, that could be sprinting, that could be switching it up in relays. He is one of our top point earners for the team, and we are definitely excited for our next 2 years with him, Ben Connors.
Oh my God. Congrats, Ben.
This next swimmer is also a sophomore. He is a backstroker. He's a breaststroker. Nope, you're not a breaststroker. Well, actually, he probably could be. He's a backstroker. He's a butterflyer. He's a little bit of everything. Definitely sprinter when we need him in the relays. Ryan also participated in our 2 state relays. That was weird. Relays. And qualified for individual events at sectionals and state. Ryan, you come up and get your jacket. Oh, yeah. As Ryan Connors is walking across the stage, you can also ooh and ah over, hold on, pause 1 second. This is a new record holder for our school in the 100 butterfly. And last but certainly not least is a junior who our team needs in relays and in these 50 freestyles and 100 freestyles. He is quiet, but really a good leader of his lane. And we're really excited for next year. Aiden Moore.
And now, right, Ms. Croto is going to come over to finish off the night.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the more entertaining jacket nights we've done. Aside from handing out the jackets, one of my favorite parts of the night is hearing the amazing accomplishments, achievements. I mean, it just went on and on and on and on and on tonight. I don't think I've heard that many in one night before, so congratulations again. Wear these with pride, guys. I'm not kidding. They're really special, so please take good care of them, too. Feel free to come up and take pictures. We'll get out of your way. You can use that as your backdrop or take as many pictures as you want. We have no masks, so enjoy it. Have a great night, guys. Congratulations.